Telugu audience, they are crazy about action movies. They just want to go whistle in the theaters, man. It's one heck of an experience to have. A good looking guy in an action movie with a good body. I mean, like, what's not to be excited about this? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sankarshan Joshi, and in this video, I'm gonna be reacting to Agent. Agent is an upcoming Indian Telugu language spy thriller film directed by Surender Reddy from a story written by Vakkantham Vamsi, produced by AK Entertainments, starring Akhil, Akkineni, Mammootty and Sakshi Vaidya. Ever since this teaser has been released, I cannot wait to check the teaser out because there's been so much hype around this movie, right? Like, Akhil is also pretty beefed up. Like, he made a pretty good body for this. He was hitting the gym, and by the aesthetics of the poster and the first looks and all of that, it looked like a Hollywood movie, you know. And Telugu audience, they love action movies since the dawn of time. From the prime of Balakrishna and the early age of NTR, from those times where sumos just blow up in the air, like, they want that, man. And now, over the period of time, with the exposure to good Hollywood movies like Marvel and all of that, right? The taste of the Indian audience has changed, even from a very remote places, right? Like, people no longer want to look at some stupid commercial movies. I mean, even though I am guilty of liking such movies sometimes, because they just hit the chord, you know, like when you're watching that commercial movie. But anyways, when it comes to action movies, Telugu audience, they are crazy about action movies. They just want to go whistle in the theaters, man. It's one heck of an experience to have. And Akhil, he has those looks, right? Like, ever since he gave a cameo in Manam, people went crazy, man. Like, people, like, they're just crazy about how this guy looks. And a good looking guy in an action movie with a good body. I mean, like, what's not to be excited about this? So I am pretty much excited. Hope you guys are too. Without any ado, let's check the teaser out. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
The most notorious, most ruthless patriot. Mr. Mahadev, can't we catch him?
No, he's unpredictable. No witness, no forensic evidence. His death note has already been written, sir.
Wild Sale.
Now it's time for a wild ride.
What the heck? Damn! Damn. I think damn is like my reaction to any teaser I watch. At the end of it, I'm just like, damn. When the teaser started, the visual looked very amazing. It looked very aesthetic and professional, like how a Hollywood movie looks like, right? Like, the level of the visuals was there. Spot on visuals. So let's just decode this teaser right here. I mean, like, so from this teaser, you know nothing about what the story is going to be like. Like, you just know that he's a spy, and then there are action sequence, and then there is Mammootty, which makes you think, like, what is relationship between Akhil and Mammootty? And his body is amazing. Like, he looks really good in this movie, like, with that physique. I've never really seen Akhil with a long hair. I think this is the first movie where he has that look. And he has got that macho look in this movie, like, to be very honest. Initially, normally, from his debut movie, he has that milk boy look, right? Like, he has that boyish look, and he looks very sweet, like, which makes it hard for you to imagine him in a very macho character. And this movie, I think, does that job for him. Like, this movie, it just took his macho-ness to another level. He has amazing body with the action sequence, and also his rugged look with his costume in the action sequence. He looks very different, he just it just breaks your stereotype, the impression of you have of Akhil, like this lover boy. He just made romantic movies, right? Like, he did a lot of romantic movies, and he never really did a action movie. His movies had action in them, like few fighting scenes, but he never really did an action movie. So this is going to be that, right? Yeah, that's something to be excited for. I am looking forward to know more about this story, so I cannot wait for them to release the trailer out, which will give us a little bit of the taste of the story, like what it's going to be like. So this was just a teaser of the type of action that it's going to have. There are some parts about this teaser that I like. There are some parts about this teaser that I did not like. Like I said earlier, the look and the costume and the appearance, like his characterization, looked phenomenal. The second thing that I liked about the teaser was the visuals, the aesthetics. So the location where they shot this movie and the type of backdrop that is there in the teaser, like the locations, like the people, we know as a matter of fact that it's not India, which just elevates the storyline. When you go outside India, it's like the whole world, like you're shooting this somewhere else. And to think more about the story, he's a spy, right? And Mammootty is also in a foreign land, and they're talking about Akhil, and which just elevates the character weight. Like, this is a spy that people from other countries know about, like they look for him or something of that sort. Like, we don't know more about that, but it just created a hype for that character, and that part this teaser does on point. Like, it created hype for the character. Third thing that I liked about this teaser was the editing and the pace. For any action movie, right, editing and the pace of how things are moving plays a very vital role. Like, it brings you to the edge of your seat. It's like, oh, what the heck is happening? Like, you want something to happen, like it just builds the curiosity. So editing of this of the action sequence was on point. That just created another level of excitement for the action sequence. Like, you're like, whoa, like a lot is happening. So it just makes you feel like this movie is going to be slightly bigger. And the part about the teaser that I did not like was the choreography of the action sequence. Like, he's just dancing and he's just being very quirky about it. I'm sure it's funny, like it's exciting, but also it just throws you off a little. Like, you're not used to seeing action sequence in that way, right? Like, where he's just dancing and then he's just shooting people. So yeah, that I felt was slightly weird. So in this teaser, he says, now the action begins, or something like there's a line that goes that way, right? And his expression and the tone in which he says was slightly weird. So Akkineni, he, like, no doubt that he's a good looking guy. He's not that much of a great actor. Let me be very honest. And we all know that. I know, I'm sorry, Nagarjuna fans. But he's not a great actor, to be very honest. And like him saying the line and then he dancing and then shooting people, that felt very odd. When you're watching an action movie, right? Like, let's say when you take Saho or when you take any other movie for that matter, I'm not comparing any movies. I know, like, they're different, the backdrop is different, the directors are different, the intent is different. But you want to watch a character when he's fighting, you want to see that that seriousness in the fight, man. Like, it just takes the story in the movie to another level when the action and the fight happens on a very serious note. A lot of Hollywood movies have a very quirky and a funny take on action scenes, but you have to be a really great actor to pull something like that off. Like, you have to be an exceptional actor. Like, comedy or comic, the timing, you cannot fake it. Like, either you have it in you or you don't have it. Like, a lot of Hollywood actors do that. Like, there is Chris Pratt, right? In few like Avenger movies, even though the movies are made with higher budget and higher production, if the actor cannot pull off the quirky and the comedy side, right, like, it just throws you off no matter how much money you put into making that movie. So yeah, like, that part of the teaser that I felt very odd. Overall, I'm very excited to watch the trailer. And this sort of action movie for our Telugu audience, we don't see that often, right? We saw Saho, and Saho didn't do well. It didn't resonate with people because of the twists that it had. I don't know, for some weird reason, like, it didn't resonate with people. The storyline was slightly complex, but it just showed that, audience are more receptive. Like, they want to watch a movie like this, like an action movie. So I am very hopeful that a movie like this would entertain audience, especially Telugu audience. Even though this movie is being released in multiple languages, but the Telugu audience people, like I told earlier, they look for action in movies and they are huge action movie fans. So yeah, that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited to watch the trailer. So yeah, let's do a review for that as well. So do let me know what you guys think about the teaser in the comments below.